There's an interesting quote from several comics creators who talk about, one of them says, he says, I learned more about ethical living from reading Superman comics than I ever did in Sunday school, which is kind of a remarkable statement on the surface of it. But at the same time, I think we can kind of get it. I mean, we can kind of understand that what is it about Superman? That he's benevolent, that he's good. And of course, the movies very much play up these Christic and messianic aspects. But I think sometimes we lose sight that one of the most amazing things about Superman is that he even cares at all. You guys remember in Kill Bill, right? The monologue he gives where like Clark Kent is the greatest critique of the human race. Why? Because this is how Superman sees us. We're cowardly, we're weak, we're et cetera, et cetera. I think he's wrong. I think Kill Bill's wrong because he's a cold-blooded assassin. But the reason he's wrong became really apparent to me when in preparing for this course, I made contact with the owner of More Fun Comics, the comic book place on the square. And he asked me, he said, by the way, have you read All-Star Superman? It's a new comic series that had come out in 2006. And I said, I remember seeing it, but I don't know if I read the whole thing. He's like, you've got to read it. He said, I literally, when someone comes to the store and they want to apply for a job, I make them read it and come back, and I ask them, number one, did you like it? And if you don't like it, you're automatically out. He said, this is the best comic book ever written, period, because it gets Superman. So I'm curious, so I go check out All-Star Superman. And it's a fantastic work, but one of the most moving moments of it, which I think really gets to the essence of what Superman is about, is the story is that this is a Elseworld story. So Superman, because of a rescue mission that he takes to the sun, actually gets solar radiation, and he finds out he's dying, that he only has a short period of time to live. And this is an interesting twist because then it makes Superman think, well, what do I do? What do I leave Earth? I've got a limited amount of time, and so what do I do? So it actually follows the 12 tasks of Hercules, where Superman engages in these 12 Herculean type of tasks, one of which is curing cancer with tiny Kandorians, which I can't wait for that technology to come. But there's a moment where, amidst all these heroic tasks in this limited time, there's a very moving page that has a young girl standing on a ledge, and she's contemplating suicide. And what happens is suddenly Superman shows up behind her. You see the red X behind her head. And what Superman does is puts his hand on her shoulder, and he says, "Things aren't as bad as you think. You're much stronger than you think you are right now." And then the last panel is he's hugging her. He's embracing her. And it's a very powerful picture of Superman, because when I sat down and talked with him about it, one of the things that's moving about it is that Superman faith in humanity. Actually, Mark Wade, who wrote the introduction, talks about this very page, this very panel. And what he points out is he says, the difference between Superman and God is that God's the man that we believe in. Superman believes in us. And in talking to him, I thought that's exactly what moving about it, is this idea that he's Superman with all these incredible powers. He's invincible, right? He can fly, he's got X-ray vision. But the idea that we, normal human beings who don't have those abilities, that inspire him, that literally that's what Superman is.